Hi everyone, Jim Bartles here for the Ingstad Broadcasting Fantasy Baseball Tour on a beautiful baseball day here in Minnesota. We of course are offering our two tours this year in conjunction with Jay Buckley Baseball Tours, and we've got two trips this year. Thought it'd be a great day to be thinking baseball instead of 16 inches of snow that we're having here in Minnesota. Of course, our trip, we offer it with all of our Ingstad stations in Minnesota: New Prague, New Ulm, Hutchinson, Glencoe, Wilmer, Montevideo, Morris, and Thief River Falls. You can find more information also at our Ingstad Minnesota Radio Facebook page as well. Hey, we've got two trips. We've got the flyers. They look like this, all right? And you also can find information on them in our Jay Buckley Baseball Tours brochure that's out. They're listed as Trip 9 and Trip 11. Let me tell you about what we got, because it's a great day to think baseball. The cats are out in the snow enjoying it. I'll have the snowblower going soon as well. All right, so here we go. The first trip, June 26th through July 3rd. And we're going to be going, first of all, Kansas City at Milwaukee with a tailgate party. Then Minnesota at the White Sox for 2. And Minnesota at the Cubs at Wrigley Field for 2. So 4 Twins games in Chicago. Atlanta at St. Louis is next. We get down to see the Cardinals. Cleveland at Kansas City ought to be a good one there on July 2nd. And we finish up the trip on July 3rd. In addition, tailgate party at Miller Park. We're going to have a guided tour of Chicago. Guided tour of Wrigley Field. Haven't done that before. That'll be good. Buffet reception at Harry Carey's Restaurant. And sightseeing in Chicago and St. Louis. Getting a little snowy out here. Let's keep going. Second trip. Here we go. Second trip. You find it in both of these brochures. Second trip, July 21st through the 29th. All right? Here's what the trip is. On the 21st, we see the Dodgers at Milwaukee. Tailgate party there again at Milwaukee. St. Louis at the Cubs. Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Minnesota at Toronto for 2, so we'll be going into Canada. You need your passport. The Mets at Pittsburgh. Cleveland at Detroit, Comerica Park, always a good one for me. And Toronto at the Chicago White Sox. Now, some of the highlights. Tailgate party at Miller Park, as I mentioned. We also got all the food you can eat at Progressive Field in Cleveland. We'll have a great time there. We get our seats and a meal ahead of time, so that's good. Of course, breakfast provided every day. Guided tour of Toronto. Buffet reception at Harry Carey's Restaurant. Sightseeing in Cleveland. Niagara Falls. Took my whole family on a baseball trip there earlier with our baseball tours. So Niagara Falls is there. That's a highlight. And, of course, sightseeing in Toronto as well. So that's what we got. My brochures are getting a little wet in the snow. She's really coming down out here. I think you can see that. And you can also get these as well. So if you go to any of our radio stations in Minnesota, go to the website. You'll find the brochure there. Also at jbuckley.com. jbuckley.com. Look for Trips 9. That's the first trip. Trip 12, that's our second trip. Otherwise, we have them on our respective brochures. And each of our radio stations has them also. You can stop by and get those there. Family-friendly trips, a great time, and it's all about the love of the game. And I can't think of anything better than the love of the game before I go out and blow snow today. Hey, folks, that's all for now. Idaho is my videographer right now. I'm Jim Bartles. You can give me a call direct if you have questions as well. My cell phone number is 507-766-4015. That's 507-766-4015, or you can email me, jim@knuj.net. That's just one of the stations we have. We have 19 stations in Minnesota organizing and worth this trip, working with Jay Buckley Baseball Tours. That's all for now. Got to get the snowblower wound up and ready to go. That's it. We hope we see you in June and July on one of our fantasy baseball tours. Jim Bartles saying so long, and hope you can join us on the baseball tour.